sitting here currently on the couch with like 10 million things behind me as I plan my year for 2021. So I thought I would just kind of reflect on 2020, and yeah, so let's talk. So 2020 was quite a year for everyone. 2020 was a big one for me, more so in like learning about myself and learning just things in general. For me, it was not very personally impactful as far as the actual COVID. I mean, obviously, like quarantine and everything. I'm in California and San Francisco Bay Area, so it's pretty locked down even now. So, yeah, but it was a lot of like quarantine and hanging out and learning what I wanted to do with my life. So as far as acting goes, I did act before quarantine started. I was in a play called The Wolves, and that was a really fun production, and I'm really glad that it happened before everything kind of went downhill. It was basically right before that. I think there was about 2 weeks, and then I started rehearsal for another play, Crimes of the Heart, and that one was the one that ended up being postponed. We were supposed to show it in April, and then obviously I acted in a couple of shorts as well from my film group kind of people. I got to do some stunt work on both of the films, and I got to get makeup done, and like I love getting makeup done that's like not pretty makeup. It's just like cuts and bruises and stuff, so I got that done, and that was a lot of fun, so I'm glad I was able to do that. Going into quarantine, I basically have been taking classes, and even though I'm in San Francisco area, I was able to take a bunch of LA classes, like commercial classes. I was at the Groundlings for improv, and then I'm now in the Ivana Chubbuck scene study class, and I'm on LA on camera right now. So there's like a lot going on as far as classes, and I pretty much commute from my desk to my little table over there. You can see my little backdrop. It's my little setup. So that's where I've been going day in, day out, and then to Target. So my gas bill went way down. I was spending like $300 in gas a month because I was driving to so many rehearsals, and then it went down to like 50. So that was, I learned how to do Zoom classes and how to act when you live in an apartment and you're like terrified of acting in front of people, so had to learn how to do that. As far as film goes, right before COVID started, we were working on a commercial shoot, and we ended up finishing it. It was for a video for a fundraising film event. The event got canceled, but we were able to do the video, and we got some cash for the production company, which was cool. I've been reading, producing books, and kind of learning how to be a better producer so that I can, once this is all done, we can go out and produce a feature. So I'm learning that. So a lot of learning again. I learned how to file taxes for an LLC, which was a little rough at the beginning of the year, but we'll learn this year. Oh, sorry, I'm like looking down a lot, but I'm looking at my little year reflection thing here. As far as finances go, it wasn't too bad for me. I know a lot of people had really hard times with finances this year, but I didn't have a huge issue with it. Luckily, I didn't lose a lot of money, and didn't go completely like broke with it, and I was able to get a part-time job as a recruiter in September, and I've been enjoying that job, and it pays for my acting classes, so that's been nice. And working that, I work from home, so that's also nice to do, and it's something that's fun, and I like to do it, so I'm enjoying it. As far as YouTube and the blog goes, I really kind of, I think, have anxiety with it. I think I get afraid of filming, but I figure this would be a good practice for me anyway to learn how to, be on camera some more. I started doing a lot of like daily habits, which is nice, where I basically started doing small ones and then like build it up. So I've been exercising every single day and like eating gluten-free pretty much, and like reading every day and journaling every day, so I've been doing a really good job with that. So yeah, doing actually pretty well with my habits, surprisingly. So here's some like personal highlights that I had over the year. I got my Tidin, Momo, and she has been a real joy in quarantine. But she's Devon Rex, which is a hypoallergenic cat, and I got her because Devon's allergic to cats, and I wanted a cat. So here we are. I got her from a breeder who's a fabulous breeder. She's like not a puppy mill. She texts me all the time. I send her updates. She's amazing braider. Here's just a montage of Momo. Her name's Mochi, but we call her Momo all the time, and she actually looks like Momo from Avatar. Devin moved into the apartment. I moved into this place too, and then I moved again. There was some like issues with cigarette smoke, and I have migraines, so I had to like transition to another unit. But then Devin moved in August, so that was fun, and we've been living together for 4 or 5 months now, and it's been, I mean, we're basically living together before then, but you know, whatever. My mom moved out of my childhood apartment home, which was like a kind of closing of a chapter. I helped her do that, so that was also another thing that happened. My mom and I saved some blue herons, chicks that were trying to be eaten by crows. My mom and I took walks a lot, and our new apartment complex is kind of in a creek area, so we had to save some birds and take them to the bird rescue. My sister got a horse, which was fun. I don't have a horse, but we both grew up riding, so it was really exciting for her to get a horsey, and she's obsessed with her now, and I just really am happy for her, and it was just fun to have a horse in the family. She's like the first person to get a horse in the family. Devin and I, we house sat for a place in the country, and then we had to evacuate from the fire that happened, but we did it. We evacuated together with 2 adorable pups, and their house didn't burn, luckily. Yeah, it was kind of an exciting house sitting gig. Cyberpunk came out eventually, and we've been playing it a lot after the glitches. So a little bit for this year. This year I'm actually I'm kind of reading this book called The 12-Week Year, and I'm kind of deciding to go that way, where you basically like break your year into 12 weeks and set goals based on the 12 weeks. So I might actually just kind of do that. But basically my focus for 2021 is to continue building my acting, my craft, and also my business end of it. I know I'm kind of at the beginning of the business end. I don't have an agent or anything like that. I'm not really like looking to like rush into getting an agent. I want to make sure everything's kosher with that. I've been following the Wendy Elaine Wright course, who is amazing. If you have not checked her course out, you need to, because she teaches you all of the stuff that you need to know for acting business. So I will link her thing down below. I'm going to continue reading my producer to producer book and learning how to produce films. I'd eventually like to start doing like producing high quality short films and eventually going into the feature film. But it would be cool to practice with some short films. I don't know when that's going to happen in 2021, or if in 2021, because of the whole, quarantine thing still. But I want to flesh out my acting profiles, like Actors Access and all of that, flesh out my acting profiles, get some headshots done, which I was supposed to get done in December, but again, quarantine happened again. So eventually we'll get some headshots done and kind of get my clips in order and all of that to be a better marketable actor. And then developing my craft, practicing the scenes, doing classes. I'd like to do the basic course with the Groundlings and audition for that. I did the workshop A, which was a lot of fun. I loved improv. I would like to continue with my healthy cooking. I've been cooking a lot during quarantine and just learning how to help with fibromyalgia symptoms, because it's really helped me a lot with my fibromyalgia. I'd like to track my finances a little bit better. I do a pretty good job, honestly, but I'd like to do it more than at the end of the month realizing, oh, I should have not gone over budget on there. Just something like that. Maybe once a week checking in, kind of doing that. I have my spreadsheet and everything, but kind of just using it more, I think, is my goal. Yeah. And I'd like to do some more writing and write scripts. I think that's another focus of mine. But basically it's film, acting, health, hanging out with Mochi. Last year we were supposed to go to Japan. I don't think we're going to go this year again, honestly. But saving up money for Japan and having that travel experience all ready to go would be awesome. I'd like to do some more studio art, painting and drawing would be fun. I guess just doing a lot of creative stuff, and my YouTube channel. This is definitely a goal of mine, is to just make more content consistently for my YouTube channel and develop a blog, just to create a community online where we can just talk about stuff. Make more INFJ videos, make more vlogs, that kind of thing. I know I have some subscribers here. I'm not sure who's left. I've had my channel for so long and I don't even know who watches these anymore, but honestly, it's just kind of nice to just do something like this and practice being in front of the camera and all of that. So yeah, that's my goal with it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know what your 2020 looked like. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Or if, you know, you're actually, tell me this. Tell me something good that happened to you in 2020. That's what I want to know. And tell me one of your goals for 2021. Yeah, if you would like to stick around, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video.